The Detroit Lions have faced a challenging season with an unusually high number of injuries. 18 players are currently on injured reserve. As the team gears up for a crucial stretch of the season, with only 5 games left before the playoffs, they've been actively signing new players to fill gaps in their roster. Notably, they've added 2 players who were previously with the Seattle Seahawks, one already on the active roster and another expected to be elevated soon. However, amidst these additions, a surprising move caught the attention of fans. The Lions waived James Houston. This decision has sparked questions, especially considering Houston's position was one of need for the team. Why did the Lions release James Houston? The timing of this release is puzzling, given the Lions' current situation. Houston is not an inactive player sitting on the bench. He's been contributing and getting snaps. To let go of a player with active contributions during a critical period seems counterintuitive. There are 2 possible explanations for this move. Houston requested his release. It's possible that James Houston himself asked to be released. This could indicate that he saw no long-term future with the Lions and wanted the freedom to explore opportunities elsewhere. This wouldn't be the first time the Lions granted such a request. For example, Josh Reynolds and Jamal Adams were released under similar circumstances in the past after they expressed a desire to leave. If this is the case, it reflects a degree of decency and respect from the Lions organization. The Lions wanted to move on. Another possibility is that the Lions decided it was time to part ways with Houston. This could stem from underlying issues. Though no specific incidents involving Houston have been reported, there are subtle clues. For instance, during the preseason, Houston's body language and demeanor on the sidelines raised questions. While he was dealing with an injury at the time, some observers noted that he didn't seem fully engaged. A history of stubbornness? Looking back at Houston's football journey, a pattern of resistance to change emerges. Before he was drafted by the Lions in the 6th round, Deion Sanders and another coach reportedly suggested that he switch from linebacker to defensive end to increase his chances of making it to the NFL. Houston was initially reluctant, but eventually agreed, a decision that led to his selection by the Lions. While this history doesn't directly relate to his release, it hints at a certain stubbornness or difficulty adapting that may have contributed to the current situation. Injury and depth considerations. The timing of Houston's release is particularly striking given the Lions' dire need for depth due to injuries. Key players like Malcolm Rodriguez, Josh Paschal, and Levi Onwuzurike have all been sidelined. Despite these challenges, the team opted to waive Houston rather than keep him as a depth option. This suggests a complete breakdown in the relationship between Houston and the organization. What does this say about the Lions? The Lions' decision to waive Houston without a backup plan signals that they had no intention of bringing him back, even if he cleared waivers. This is reminiscent of the situation with Isaiah Buggs last season, where internal conflicts led to Buggs being benched early in the season. While there's no concrete evidence of similar issues with Houston, the parallels are hard to ignore. Conclusion: the release of James Houston during such a critical juncture raises more questions than answers. Whether it was Houston's decision or the team's, this move highlights the complexities of managing roster dynamics during a playoff push. The Lions' focus now shifts to maximizing the contributions of their remaining players and recent additions. What are your thoughts on this unexpected decision? Share your perspective in the comments below. Do you believe Houston's release was justified, or was it a mistake? Let us know